Pete Gozalak is in the ball game on fourth down. He'll fly a field goal from the 25-yard line. It's got the upright. 9 plays, 75 yards. And the New York Giants build their lead to 13-6 over the Eagles, and we have 40 seconds to play in the first half. 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. Welcome to the Gridiron. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much, everyone out there who's been watching my videos. Thank you. If you can maybe give this video a thumbs up or possibly leave a comment below or maybe even share this video, it would mean so much to me. But anyway, just thank you so much for just taking time out of your day to check out this video. Thank you. Well, the New York Giants, the guard situation just got a little bit better, a little more promising. Shane Lemieux was at practice. That's fantastic news considering what happened to him last year. I mean, I forgot, was it like the first or second? It wasn't like non-contact or anything. Partially tore his patellar tendon. I mean, early in the training camp, and just couldn't. It just wasn't healing right. Played the first quarter against the Broncos. I believe it was 17 snaps, graded out very well, but it was small sample size. But I mean, it was promising considering what he graded out at in 2019. So 2019, 2020. 2020 didn't grade out so well. Last year, for the 17 snaps against the Broncos, he graded out very well. But he only lasted. It wasn't even the first full quarter, I don't think. So he came out, and that was his season. But he's back on the field. Good news. Then when Joe Shane, I think in his first press conference, he was talking about like the offensive line. Because everybody, the questions. They're going to repair the offensive line, And he said, I think we got like 5 healthy guys on the offensive line right now. Which I think was true at the time. So between the undrafted free agents, the draft, bringing in free agents, maybe getting Shane Lemieux back. On the depth chart now, I'm going to show you, we got 7 guys now. Okay, now I'm not saying we're not at top at the guard position. Okay, you can make the argument maybe at the tackle position, which I'm going to do a video on, at another point in time. But at the guard position, there is certainly some definite bright spots without question. I mean, is it our strong suit? No. Could it be maybe in the future? Yeah. So but we got some depth. We got Glowinski there. So I mean, things are certainly looking up now. A lot of it's got to do with the how the like the 2 guys from North Carolina. How do they pan out? How does Shane Lemieux do? Shane Lemieux's not a Dable guy or a Shane guy, so is he? I'm sure he'll get his chance, obviously, and all of that and everything. But how's he going to fit in their system? How do they look at him? Be very interesting to see. But there are some definite positives, without question, in the guard position. So let's take a deep dive into the New York Giants guard position. All right, now New York Giants. All right, we'll start with the right guard. All right. So now it's looking like, obviously after the draft, okay, you have Glowinski next to Evan Neal. All right, we've got the right guard and the right tackle. Glowinski will be in there, replacing Will Hernandez, who's no longer a Giant. Another high draft pick that Giants just don't resign. Unbelievable. But Mark Glowinski, all right, nice pickup. Good pickup here. All right. Hey, but you tell me, like last year, okay? I mean, solid. graded out at a 70 offensively. Run blocking was a 70. Pass blocking was a 62.6. Nothing. I mean, this is not super duper outstanding for any stretch in imagination, but so his pass blocking, 476 pass blocking snaps. He gave up 38 total pressures, but he only gave up 2 sacks. So that's not bad. He gave up 28 hurries. So, I mean, you figure he's giving up I don't know, maybe 2 hurries a game. Total pressures. I mean, you figure he played, one game he didn't play much at all. Okay, but you figure 16 games. So he's giving up like 2, every 2 games he's giving up like 5 total pressures, right? Whether it's a sack, a hit, or a hurry. So, I mean, it's not ideal, but then again, you got him for 3 years, $20 million. If this number was like 18 or 15 or 12 or something like that, 12 total pressures for the whole year. I mean, you're not getting him for 3 years, $20 million. So, beggars can't be choosy, right? So, a decent job. All right. Now, obviously, as you can tell, he's got a lot of experience here. Started 2015 with Seattle. Okay. And 1 year he played all their snaps. And here, he played a little bit. But then, past 4 years in Indianapolis, he's played a lot. All right. With Indianapolis, graded at 73, a 60, 67, a 70.1. But as you can tell, like right here, like last year, okay, just at least last year, right, 2021, this is right guard, all the snaps. He didn't play anywhere else, okay? But, as I said, so we drafted guys, maybe they can move up, right, and maybe take his place. I think we can get out of his contract, I believe, after maybe 2 years. But, for this year, next year, he's 30, right? Solid. Solid pickup, okay? Not one of the best guards in the league, but, solid. Hopefully we're looking at maybe a little better performance than what we're getting out of Will Hernandez, that's for sure, okay? So then, after Glowinski, we got Jamil Douglas. Okay, he was undrafted. All right. Now, as you can see, here, last year, all right, he was with Buffalo, so he is a Shane Dable guy, so they know what he can maybe do or whatever. But, he was in for grand total of 2 pass snaps. Now, if we look here, this is not... This is what you call a body, okay? 2015 and 2016 with Miami, 2016, 2017 with the Patriots, the Falcons, 2017, Colts in 18, Titans 18 to 20, Bills 2021, Washington 2021, now the Giants 20. So don't expect a whole well of a lot out of this, okay? He was on the practice squad. The Patriots, okay. Though he signed a futures contract with the Patriots, he was waived in September. He was signed by Atlanta, put on the practice squad, promoted to the active roster. He was waived, then he was waived by the Falcons. Doug was signed by Indianapolis to the practice squad. He was released a week later. They signed him September 3rd, released him September 10th. They had him for 7 days, okay. Titans got him. About three weeks or so later. Put him on the practice squad. He signed a reserve future contract. Right. He started the first 4 games at right guard. He would finish the season playing in 15 games, starting in 5. Very good. Okay, then with Buffalo, Douglas signed a 1-year contract with the Bills. Okay, he was right in April. April, May, June, July, end of 5 months later. Right, he was released and then re-signed back to the practice squad the next day. He was promoted to the active roster on November 6th. About a month later, he was waived. On December 11th. 2 days later, he was picked up by the Washington football team. He was claimed off waivers by the Washington football team, and now he's not on there anymore. So now the Giants got him again. So, he's played in 50 games. He started 11. Right, he started 11 games since 2015. So I mean, this is what you call a body. Okay. Now how far? Yeah, I mean, I said this is 2015 he played in 521 snaps. That's the most he's ever played. The final all from 2016 to 2021. All right, he has combined. He has not had as many snaps as he did in his first season. Okay, in his first season he graded out at 40.6. 2019 he only had 95 snaps. He graded out at 37.6. So, I mean, his pass blocking with Tennessee in 2020 was graded out at 7.9. I mean, his pass blocking grades are pathetic. So, don't expect too much from Jamil Douglas. Okay, he's a body. All right, he's depth or whatever, but I mean, don't get too excited. Oh, we got him, and no, I mean, right? Marcus McKeithen. Okay. He's next up here. At the 5th rounder, we got him. All right. Let's see. Graded out of 5.97, which is not bad. He's an average backup or special teamer. Okay, so I mean, he's 6'6 and a half, 340 pounds, 10 and a half inch hands, 35 and a half inch arms. Huge human being. Definite plus. Okay. 3-year starter offering a premium size and length, which is huge. McKeithen plays to his size with the ability to mash and move single blocks and double teams. His best suited for gap and power schemes, but will struggle against moving fronts that force him to react quickly to action in his gaps. So that could be a problem. Pass protection is going to be a little leaky, okay, due to his lack of slide quickness and trouble versus twists. All right. McKeithen's blend of size and power should make him a day 3 pick, which it was, and a future NFL backup. So, I mean, I'll tell you what, if he's not going to be a starter for us, if he's a backup, and if he can work on his craft, he's got the size, he's got the hands, he's got the strength, he's got the long arms. That stuff you can't teach, right? That's just God-given. 2 thumbs up there, right? So a lot of it's going to be on him. How far does he want to take his craft? Okay, now is he going to be a bona fide starter in the NFL? Can't say that, but he can certainly work on his craft and get better maybe each year. And if he doesn't even start for us, he might be a solid backup for us. And we can get some flexibility in there where he can maybe play a couple different positions. More power to him. But I said 5th round, good, solid. Depth player, good pick, very, very good pick overall. Okay. Now, here, as you can see, 3-year starter, 2019, 2020, 2021, 800 snaps, almost 900 snaps here. Okay. I mean, he got better each year. 2019, he was a sophomore, 59.9 he graded out at. Then 2020 graded out at 64. Then this past year, when he had almost 900 snaps, he graded out at 76.1. His pass blocking was very good this year. His run blocking was a 71.8, but this year 86.3 pass blocking, very, very good. Okay, but that's in college, brothers are a little bit different. But he had a nice solid season. I mean, to get him in the 5th round, that's a very, very good pick. As I said, if nothing else, it'd be some good quality depth for us. It's something you always need. Always going to need quality depth. So that was a good pickup for us. Okay. Then that takes us to our next caller, Josh Rivas. Okay. He was a undrafted free agent. Okay. Got him. All right. From Kansas State. Okay. I mean, he played a lot. Almost 2,000 snaps in college, right? So this year, 742 snaps altogether, right? 362 pass blocks. So in 362, he gave up 17 pressures. He didn't give up a sack, though, right? He gave up 4 hits and 3 hurries, right? For a grand total of 17. He did not give up 1 sack, all right? You got to be very impressed with this, okay? His overall grade, 78.8. All right, now, look, LSU played against Texas, Baylor, West Virginia, Kansas, TCU, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, Stanford. So he played against some good competition. It's not the SEC, but some good quality competition here, without question. His run blocking was an 81 he graded out at. His pass blocking is 71. All right, so 6'6", 330 pounds. He's got the size, right? You can't, right? That's just God-given. To really move off his spot because of his excellent core strength. Shows an ability to handle anything necessary at the point of attack. Okay. Strong in the downhill run game. Combo blocks really well with the forceful power step. Does a good job on base blocks and able to kick out and turn defenders also. Very good. Able to anchor, which is important, and withstand pressure and pass pro. So that's, when you're guarding, you can anchor. Yes. So no defensive tackle bull rushes you back into the quarterback, right? Where he needs improvement. Needs to be better sustaining blocks and on the perimeter or at the second level. Okay? He will quickly find the target, but the landmark is a bit off. All right. Not an overly agile or sudden player. Okay, so that'll be a little tough for him, right? Especially at his size. His skills are just okay, which leads him to whiffing on some attempts in space. So, footwork is another area of his game where he can tighten things up a little bit, but that's something that he can work on. You can always work on, getting quick. Some guys work on like with karate or jiu-jitsu or whatever, they work with their hands. You can do all kinds of stuff with your feet to get the quickness in and all of that. So a lot of that is on him. Is he going to be, a phenomenal, player for us? But could, once again, some good quality depth for us. As I said, a lot of it's on him. A lot of it's going to be on him. See how he reacts. What's he want to do with his game? Does he want to take it to the next level? A lot of it's on these guys. Especially if you're given the size and the strength and the arms and the arm length and all of that. If you're given that, So, well, I have to say, but once again, a nice pickup. Very, very nice pickup. Some quality depth, some competition. Very, very good. Okay. All right. Now, leads us to our left guard, Mr. Shane Lemieux, my man, pots and pans. All right, so that's what we saw here, okay? Last year, first game of the year, first quarter of the season, 17 snaps, okay? 12 in the pass block. We had 5 runs, okay? Pass block, it's very small sample size, 12. Graded out at 81.5 because we'll notice the year before that, in 299, he graded out as 16.9. So, is he a 16.9? Nope. Is he grading out at 81.5? Is that correct? Nope. Is he somewhere in the middle? Yep. So, all right. Let's see. Same thing here. Run blocking. Right. And same thing here. After 17 snaps, he graded out as 69 against Denver. Okay. He had 504 snaps. He graded out at 32. Is he almost a 70? Probably not. Is he a 32? Nope. Is he somewhere in the middle? Yeah, probably. So we'll have to wait and see. But this will be his 3rd season. He's getting more and more acclimated to, what he needs to do. And also, hopefully, with any luck, maybe he might get up somewhere in that area. Who knows? But, this will be his 3rd season. And once again, I said he's not a Shane, not a Dable guy. So we'll have to wind up seeing what actually winds up happening with him. Obviously, next season will be his 2023, will be his 4th season. We'll have to see if the Giants wind up re-signing him or is one of those guys, McKeithen or Zudu from North Carolina, one of those draft choices, moves up and maybe takes his spot. We'll have to wait and see. Or maybe do they draft somebody next year? So it's going to be interesting to see. But it was great to see that he was back in practice. That's huge. Okay. So, as of right now, on this depth chart anyway, Shane Lemieux's the starter. But, can that change? Absolutely. All right. So I'm gonna going to leave Azudu here to last. He's kind of special, okay? So then we got Mr. Max Garcia, okay? Now, all right, he was, spent some time with the Broncos, 2015 to 2018, 3 seasons with the Cardinals, 2019 to 2021. All right, 2016, he was the starting left guard. He started all 16 games, played every offensive snap. He allowed just 3 sacks in 16 games, and was just called for holding just twice. So 2016, he had a very good, 2016 graded out 72.2. All right, then he had a couple. Then we'll notice here, 2017 season, he was again named the starting left guard by new head coach Vance Joseph. All right, he started all 16 games left guard for the second consecutive season. He was called for holding only 1 time and only allowed 4 sacks. So once again, he had a very nice season. Didn't grade out phenomenally. What are we at? 2017, 50. So apparently looks like he took a little step back, maybe, according to Pro Football Focus. Okay. But then, let's see. After 2 straight seasons as a starter, Garcia was demoted to a backer role to start the season as Ronald Leary was named the starting left guard, and Connor McGovern was named the starter at the right side. Okay, so Max Garcia started the first game of the season at right guard after week 6 after struggles from McGovern. He was moved over to the left guard the following week after Leary suffered a torn Achilles. All right, but then Garcia started the next 3 games before suffering a torn ACL himself in practice. So he was placed on injury reserve on 2018. Okay, then the Cardinals got him. All right, he was placed on a reserve PUP list to start the season, recovering from a knee surgery. He was activated on November 6th. 2020, Garcia was re-signed to a 1-year contract by the Cardinals. On the 21st, Garcia was re-signed to another 1-year contract. So nothing long-term. He just signed you for a year here. All right, so now the Giants got him to a 1-year contract. So basically, that's all he's been doing, basically, is a bunch of 1-year contracts. I mean, as you can see, nothing with Denver. He graded out at 58.4. I mean, his first 2 seasons were pretty good. All right, 2017, 58.4. Then he just seems to get worse. The 2018 with Denver, he was at 53.7. You can see his snaps were declining from 1,000 down to 800, down to 200. First year with Arizona, he only had 67 snaps. He graded out at 50.1. Last season, he played a lot. I mean, I don't know, maybe all their snaps. He gave up 5 sacks. All right, he graded out at 54.3. Nothing super phenomenal, but I mean, he has struggles against a couple teams here. Seen that the Reds not very good. Okay, 13. Pass blocking a 7.5, 13.4, 14.9. So, yeah, some we'll have to wait and see. What the Giants ask of him to do. Does the scheme fit him? Is he going to struggle? We'll have to wait and see. But I mean, as of right now, he's the backup on this list here to Shane Lemieux. Okay, so. But then we got Mr. Azudu. Okay, this guy's special. This was a very nice pickup here. Okay, they got him 3rd. He can certainly move up without question. Our 3rd round pick here. Okay, now what they got here? All right, they got him. This is NFL.com. They got him graded at 6.18, which is a good backup with the potential to develop into a starter. So a lot of this is also on him. Okay, 6'4", 308 pounds, nothing super huge, but 34-inch arms, very nice. Okay, let's see. A good prospect with technical kinks in need of being worked out. So, which is nice. Kinks can be worked out. If you can work them out, a lot of it's up to them, right? How far do you want to take it? Okay, but I love this with this guy. Zudu possesses the traits and athleticism to find an NFL home. Despite his impressive frame, he doesn't play with cohesion, hands, and hips, which limits his power zone. It could prevent him from neutralizing NFL power. He's a more talented blocker on the move and could see a bump in consistency. If his offensive line coach can get him playing with more disciplined hands, his length and tackle experience are pluses. Okay, so I just show you here what he did last year. All right, with Carolina. Okay, this is special. I mean, now you look here. 2019, 500 snaps, graded out of 61. Then his next year, 654 snaps, graded out of 69. Then his past season, it was at 734 snaps, graded out of 77.8. His run blocking is at 83. His pass block was at 76. Now we got some nice talent he went up against. Okay, South Carolina, North Carolina, Pittsburgh, Wake Forest, Notre Dame, Miami, Florida, Florida State. Right? So some decent talent. Okay, he went up against. But what I like here, okay, is position snap account. So against the first game of the season against Virginia Tech, he played left tackle 58 snaps. He played 3 snaps at left guard. Then you can see like here against Georgia Tech, week 4, 21 snaps at left tackle, 55 at left guard, 29, 22, 23, so 67, 7, 62, 12, 81 3, 55, 21, 57 at left tackle, 12, 40 8. What they would do sometimes, they would also, on the same drive, one play he would play left tackle, next play he would play left guard. Then he would move back to tackle. So they were switching them back and forth during drives, one play to the next. Flexibility, huge. Now, this is nice, very, very nice, especially if he's on the bench backing up. If something were to happen to Andrew Thomas, we all surely hope not. But he had 274 snaps at left tackle. He also can play left guard too. All right, so he's had some very, very, some very good grades here. His run block 83, right? Pass block 76.8, very, very good. Okay, but but the flexibility is, versatility, huge, absolutely huge. All right, big broad frame, projects as a guard but can play tackle in a pinch. So if something would happen to Andrew Thomas, right, size creates momentum, keeps eyes on second level. I like some of this stuff they come up with. Breezy skip pulls with athleticism. Feints a punch to draw defenders' hands early. That's good. Pass protection should benefit from background as a tackle, which very true. Well prepared to identify and eliminate twists. Good loose hips, which is good. Bolsters recovery when beaten by a rush. But as I said, if you look, right, they got him right now. Got him in the 3rd. But without question, he can certainly move up, maybe be in front of Max Garcia. And I'll tell you what, if he's a quick learner, quite possibly this guy might be our starting left guard next season, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'm pulling for the undrafted free agents, McKeithen. I'm pulling for Azudu, and I'm pulling for Lemieux. I'm pulling for all of them, of course. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hoping that Glowinski does horrible, but the guys that the Giants drafted, Lemieux, Azudu, McKeithen, and the undrafted free agent Revis. All right, I'm really pulling for these guys. Hopefully they do well. And what I'm really hoping for is that not only that they do well, but that the Giants do something that they haven't done enough in the recent past history. Okay, and that's re-sign them. All right, but I think as of right now. All right, is the Giants guard situation top 10? Absolutely not. But it's trending in the right direction. There's some promising here. Right? Some promise. We got a couple nice starters, and we certainly got some good quality depth, which is something that the Giants have not had in recent seasons. So you see, so it's like I like Glowinski. I think I was hearing we can get out maybe after 2 years with him. Right, but a good veteran guard, very, it was a very good pickup. 3 years, $20 million. So, so you got to be happy about that. We got Shane Lemieux back. He started last year, okay, next to Andrew Thomas. So, that's what pushed Will Hernandez over to the right guard position. So, now will Shane Lemieux wind up being a starter? Who knows? But he did start last year. Glowinski's a starter. So we have 2 guys that have started at guard. All right. We have some definite backup. All right. Some of them, don't have a whole heck of a lot of experience, and obviously, and then we have the two guys from North Carolina, right? So, McKeithen and Azudu. Now, I'm very excited about both of them. Azudu, I'm very excited about, as you saw. I mean, with his versatility, fantastic. Now, possibly, can we get McKeithen somewhere along the line, to work his way up? It'll be either a solid backup or maybe push to be a starter. Who knows? Only time will tell. But, the guard position, okay, is obviously not one of the strengths of the Giants, okay, but it's in a nice position right now, and it certainly is trending in the right, it's trending in the right position. We got a couple starters, and then we got some guys I said the two guys from North Carolina. Hopefully, maybe someday they might be pushing to be starters as well. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!